Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2020 Hyundai Kona, we're going to be taking a look at the Thule Helium Pro hitch-mounted bike rack. So one of the big questions we get asked all the time in regards to hitch-mounted bike racks is if you're still going to be able to have full access to the back of your Kona. And this one does fold down out of the way and allows us to do that. So super simple, if you pull up on this lever, the rack will swing down. And then we're able to open up our hatch and get any gear or anything we might need in and out of the back. And once we're finished up, we simply can just close our hatch and flip the rack back up into this position here. So another great thing I really like about this rack is it's aluminum, so it means it's really lightweight. So it's going to be really easy to handle and maneuver around. Say if you need to pull it out, maybe put another accessory on the back of your Kona, or maybe put it up for the winter. So whenever you're ready, you can take it out, and it's so light you can just easily hold it with one hand. So it's not a big, bulky, heavy rack that you have to struggle with. So it makes life a lot easier. So the rack that we have here today on our Kona can hold up to a total of 2 bikes, but there's also a 3-bike version available as well. With that being said, kind of my first impressions, I think this rack looks great on the back of the Hyundai. Kind of holds the bikes, at least in my opinion, in a perfect spot. Where they're high enough off the ground, where you're not going to have to worry about them getting damaged or anything, but they're not going to sit up so high that they're going to block or interfere with your vision as you look through the rear view mirror. So really nice little setup we got here. The way the rack works is very simple. It's one of the big reasons why I like it so much. It's going to hold our bike down in 3 spots. So we're going to have 2 straps here along the top tube and a strap down here. And that's going to act as an anti-sway strap. So that's going to help prevent that side-to-side movement. That way we don't have to worry too much about our bikes kind of banging into each other as they're going down the road. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take our bike off to have a better look at the rack itself. So to loosen up our straps, we just simply push down on these tabs. Then we can swing these straps up and out of the way. The same thing for this one down here. This could be very easy with the arms being relatively narrow to just grab our bike and pull it off. We're not going to have to wiggle it or kind of fight it off the rack. So the cradles here where our bike's frame is going to sit are somewhat adjustable. That's going to help accommodate different styles and shapes of frames. And this portion is going to be made from a soft rubber material. We're going to have that same material on the bottom of the strap. That way we shouldn't have to worry about our bike's finish getting scratched up or anything like that. I do suggest to just take your straps and put them back in place whenever you're not using the rack. That way we don't have to worry about losing it. So whenever we have the rack in this position, it is going to extend the overall length of our Hyundai. And to find out exactly how much, if I measure from the hatch here to the very end, looks like it's only going to be about 35 inches. And with the Kona being a relatively small car, really don't see this giving you a lot of trouble whenever you want to pull into your garage or maybe even a tight parking spot. But however, if it does add too much, you can save a little space. The arms do fold in if you pull up on this lever. They swing down, and that makes it even more compact. So take that same measurement from the hatch, very edge of the rack. Looks like it's only going to be about 22 inches. So definitely shouldn't give you any trouble whenever you do go to pull into your garage or that tight spot whenever you have it set up like this. So if you move down here, one thing that's really nice is the rack is going to have an integrated hitch pin. So everything we need to use the rack is going to be built into it. So a couple less things we're not going to have to worry about picking up separately or keeping track of. So it just makes life a little easier. It is going to work with those 1¼ by 1¼ receiver tube openings like we have here today on our Kona, but it also has the ability to work with the larger 2" by 2" trailer hitches. So it gives you a couple of different options there. There's going to be this knob here on this side, and once you put the rack in the hitch, you can tighten this down. That's going to act as an anti-rattle and eliminate any slop or play here in the connection point. And that's going to do a couple of things. It's going to keep the ride inside of your Kona nice and quiet, and provide your bikes a little more of a smooth ride as well. So just kind of give you an example how it works. Say if we're going down the road, hitting some bumps, you can see that the rack is going to move with our Hyundai and not on its own. So at the end of the day, a rack you definitely can't go wrong with. It's very well built. It's actually made from aluminum, so extremely lightweight. We're not going to have to worry about it rusting out or anything like that. And honestly, it's a great compact way to carry around some bikes. And honestly, I think it matches the back of the Kona really nicely. Kind of has the same lines and even kind of resembles the same color here on some of our panels. So kind of just looks like it belongs on the back of the Hyundai. And if you're anything like me, you want to see how the product you're interested in actually performs. So let's go ahead and load up some bikes, take it out on the test course, and see how it does. This is our test course. Let's start with the slalom. This shows side-to-side action, such as turning corners or evasive maneuvering. Then, onto our alternating speed bumps. This shows twisting action, such as hitting curbs, potholes, road debris, or even uneven pavement. Last of all, the solid speed bumps. This shows up and down action, such as driving through a parking lot or parking garage, or driving in and out of a driveway. And that'll finish up our look at of the Thule Helium Pro Hitch Mounted Bike Rack on our 2020 Hyundai Kona.